So you have a 401k fund and you've noticed that your balance has decreased dramatically. Well, you're not alone. According to MoneyWatch, the number of 401k millionaires have plunged by over a third. In fact, in some areas, it's more than 50%. What that means is that the vast wealth creation and accumulation that a 401k fund has been part of in a personal financial assessment has gone way down. Now, at the same time, many people's real estate holdings, most people that have a 401k are homeowners, and your equity in your home may have gone up. But if your 401k is going down and it's an even wash, that might have a negative effect on what's called the wealth effect, where people feel like they have so much wealth and they're spending money. That could be a pretty significant factor on a recession. So drop your comment below. What has happened to your 401k balance? Has it gone down dramatically? This is affected by the stock market, by mutual funds, by bond holdings. And over the last year, when interest rates went up, a lot of stock funds went down. Does this give you confidence in your 401k? Does it give you confidence in your retirement? Right? But even if you have $1 million in your 401k, how far is that going to go in retirement? Let's say that you are an employee that makes, let's say, $100,000 a year, right? Which isn't, filthy rich. It's above average. It's solid, healthy middle class, upper middle class. But let's say you make $100,000 per year and you have $1 million in your 401k. How far is that going to go? Well, if you take that same 100,000 out in retirement, it's going to last you 10 years. Now, suppose you want to retire at age 60 or 65. That means you're going to be at age 70 or 75 and you're going to run out of money. Now, that also assumes that you only need to take out $100,000 every year. And you might say, well, maybe I'll spend less in retirement, right? I don't have to pay for dry cleaning or eating out or things like that. But that overlooks a couple factors. First of all, in retirement, having more time means you have more time to spend money. You might want to take vacations more often. You might want to eat out more often. You might want to go to the movies more often. Part of the reason that daily expenditures and your day-to-day discretionary spending is kept artificially low is because you work. And if you work, you don't have time to spend money on things. So sometimes in retirement, you have a tendency to spend more money. Also, you're forgetting about inflation. Even if inflation goes up 5% a year, which obviously we've seen inflation go up more than that. At 5% a year, prices of things double in roughly 7 years. And you might say, well, 5% times 7 years, it's only 35%. Well, by the time you compound the inflation, by the time you get to 7 or 10 years, prices of things are close to double. So you might have to spend more than $100,000 just to have the same level of income. In fact, some of these things that you spend money on in retirement, like healthcare, might go up even more than 5% a year. So keep in mind that $1 million seems like a lot of money, and million is a number that comes to mind of wealth, but it may not go as far as you think. And in fact, if your number of millionaires has gone down by a third, there's a third less people that even have that $1 million to spend. So let us know in the comments below what you think about your 401k as a retirement vehicle, and if it's something you're going to continue putting money into, and have you had to take money out for any kind of emergencies.